I'm Sophie Baker, the International News Editor for Pensions and Investments and Programme Director for the World Pension Summit. And I'm very excited to welcome Maurits van Joolingen, Managing Director, Climate Scenarios and Sustainability at Ortec Finance, for this one-word answer interview. Hello, Maurits. How are you?
Hi, Sophie. Thank you very much for having me. I'm doing great. Thanks.
Good. Pleased to hear it. So here we have the one-word answer interview. The concept, hopefully it's simple, but it seems a bit mean as well. Some people do tell me. So I'm hoping for one word or one concept, fixed income, sovereign debt, those sorts of things, in answer to the 13 very exciting questions I have for you to get to know you a bit better, get to know Ortec Finance a bit better, and also get to know your views of the world. All of this is in the run-up to the World Pension Summit in The Hague later this year. We're very excited to have Ortec there. We're going to get started on that. So before we do, though, can you tell me a little bit about yourself, your role, and Ortec Finance?
Yeah, of course. I'm Maurits. I work at Ortec Finance, where I think over the last 17 years, I've been trying to help people with complex investment decisions. And the people that I typically help are typically working at institutional investors. We're a company that like to use models to provide insights in how different investment strategies can yield different results, have different risks. And ultimately, what we aim to do with our clients is try to find the right balance between risk and return.
Excellent. Okay, lovely. So we know a bit about you. We know a bit about Ortec Finance. Shall we do this one-word answer interview?
Yeah, I love a challenge. Let's go for it.
Let's go. So question one, what is the biggest theme for our sector right now?
Climate change. It's hard to stay quiet after such an answer, but that will be the answer. Yeah, let's try to stick to the format.
That's fine. See, that's one of those concepts. Climate change is one concept, so I allow that. I'm nice like that. What's the one thing happening in the wider world, that sort of macroeconomic or macro issue that's having a really significant impact and keeping you up at night?
Yeah, it's a tough one. So I don't want to be too repetitive. So my first answer would definitely be climate change as well. I think if you allow me the liberty of a second answer, not to be too repetitive, I think it will be polarization as a second important concept that's keeping me up.
Absolutely. I don't see repetition. I see on message.
Fair enough.
So the next question, which asset class are you most optimistic about for the next 10 years?
I would say private assets.
Private assets. And which asset class are you least optimistic about?
Sovereign debt.
Sovereign debt. Okay. Is there a really big challenge that institutional investors are facing right now?
Yes, there's definitely a challenge. I think to try and fit it in one word is or one concept would be stakeholder communication. In an increasingly complex world, it's harder to get people on board with the decisions that you take.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's so important, isn't it? That sort of the different parts coming together as well, and communication.
Yeah, those are ultimately the people we do it for, right? So
absolutely. What's the biggest opportunity then that institutional investors can be thinking about?
I think there's a lot of opportunities for clients to work on transition in the field of climate change. So the one word would be transition linked to climate change.
Yeah, we talk a lot about that at the World Pension Summit and have done over the last few years. So it's a good one. Is there a buzzword you're hearing all over the place at the moment?
Yeah, that's an easy one, right? So everybody's still talking about it on a daily basis. AI and what it means for us, for them as a client, for portfolio management. Yeah.
Interesting. I'm interested in that sort of intersection of AI and research and data and all the different parts coming together as well. It's always very interesting.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you have a grey swan event, which is a kind of a high impact but low likelihood of occurring situation or event?
Yeah, so of course, the concept of black swan is that you don't really see it coming. With gray swan, I think indeed there might be a couple of hints. I think what I'm often thinking about and also speaking about is insurability in the link to climate change. Right, there's already places around the world where you can no longer insure your house, and I think that that trend is going to increase. And as soon as that really starts to happen on a larger scale, that can have bigger consequences than many people anticipate. So
Absolutely.
insurability, to summarize it in one word. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay. I haven't had that one before, so yeah, it's a good one. Okay, so we're going to get to know you as an individual a bit more now. That's all the formal stuff done.
Yeah, great.
If your colleagues were to describe you in just one word or one concept, what would it be?
I think I'm very approachable. Maybe that's also inherently linked to the company culture that we have at Ortec. So it's not a very hierarchical culture, but I really try to live that as well, and be open to speak to everyone.
It's an important thing. It's an important thing. People won't want to talk to you if you're not approachable either, right?
Indeed.
And how would you describe yourself?
I think I'm very loyal. To the people around me, but also, for instance, to the company. Right, I've been at Ortec Finance now for 17 years. I'm still having a lot of good fun. So yeah, loyalty is definitely one of the traits I feel I have.
It's a true attribute to have. Tell me a fun fact about yourself or something unusual in terms of a hobby that you have.
Yeah, it was a bit of a trend during COVID, where I jumped on the train as well. So I'm a very proud owner of 3 chickens
Oh,
in my
amazing.
garden. Yes,
Do they have
exactly.
names?
Yeah.
What are the names?
Yes, they do. Yeah. My children were able to give them names. So they're called Maya, Tilly, and Millie.
I love it. And do you have a favorite? Not child, chicken.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm in favor of Tilly, I must say. Yeah, she's
Oh,
beautiful. Yeah.
oh, you have to bring her to WPS. I can see it. I can see it now.
Indeed.
She'll be
Yeah.
the opening act on
On a
stage.
leash. Yeah.
On a leash, yeah, yeah. We tried that with my cat, didn't work. The next question I wanted to ask you was, what do you love most about your job?
Ooh. Yeah, one word answer, right?
Yeah.
I think I like the variety. So the job that I do, it, includes many different things. So obviously, we build models, so there's some mathematical component in there. They're linked to economics. These days are responsible for our climate scenario, so there's some climate science coming into play, but also social sciences, governance, these type of things. So actuarial sciences. So there's so many different fields that come into play if you're trying to help the institutional investors manage pension plans. That I'm never bored in that sense. There's always something new to explore, or AI.
I was going to say, or AI comes into it.
Exactly. Yeah.
Innovation, AI. Okay, fabulous. And then the last question, not the most important, but maybe the most important. What are you looking forward to most about joining us at the World Pension Summit in The Hague from the 4th to the 6th of November?
That's an easy one. Socializing,
Socialise.
preferably using with drinks during drinks. Yeah.
So I think we can meet that expectation, that requirement.
Great.
We're fine. We look forward to it. So Maurits, it wasn't so scary, was it? It was okay in the end.
No, absolutely not. No, really quite enjoyable.
Good. I'm pleased. Well, looking forward to seeing you in very few weeks, really. It's fast approaching, and to hearing more about Ortec Finance on stage as well. But thank you for the one word answer interview.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a real pleasure. Hope to
Thank
see
you.
you there.
We'll see you.
All right.